Good morning, Salina High School. I'm Victoria Seagraves.
And I'm Karl Davis. Today on CTV, we take a look at the pros and cons of iPads in the classroom, and we have a word with Mr. Hemby.
Also, Bradon Barr sits down to chat with Coach Elliott about the upcoming district schedule.
All this and more coming up next on CTV.
Students and teachers are preparing for an influx of iPads in the classroom. We traveled to Hebron High School to seek advice from students and teachers who have experienced an iPad rollout. Maddie Brown reports.
Since their release in 2010, iPads are becoming more and more popular in schools. You may have seen them in the hands of seniors and teachers at CHS, but soon all students will have iPads. CTV News took a trip to Hebron High School to talk to the students, teachers, and administrators about the iPads they received 2 years ago.
I think the idea of the iPads was to possibly create a paperless environment where teachers were doing less copying of worksheets and going more digitally.
Everybody is engaged when you use the iPads. They're all participating, they're all excited, and it's just a very useful tool.
Although the purpose of the iPads is to make things easier, there are a few new responsibilities that come along with the iPads.
You can play games on it. So when you're studying, there's like that one temptation out there that you want to play game too while studying.
Sometimes students forget their iPads at home, or they forget to charge them. They've used them in other classes, and by the time they get to my class sometimes, they need to be charged. And so for those two reasons, then the students get behind.
The biggest thing that we've seen, and the most imperative thing I can't get across to students badly enough, is remember your passwords. The connectivity we have right now has been great. The iPads are working great, but if you forget your password, it's very difficult for the district to fix that in a timely manner because there are a lot of steps that have to take place. So students, remember your passwords.
Students have found once they are able to access their iPad, they are faced with the difficulties of the filtration system.
It becomes very frustrating sometimes whenever we can't get to areas or sites that we need as resources and those type of things.
I have a site called Quizlet, and we go there. It's a site that offers flashcard sets that have already been made, or the kids can make their own.
And one last piece of advice.
Don't be that annoying kid in the back of the class who's playing war games. It's annoying.
This has been Maddie Brown reporting with CTV News.
Many of our viewers have interesting questions that they might want to ask administration. So I sat down with Mr. Hemby and asked him some of them. And rather, some of them were very interesting.
If you were to become a rapper, what would your rap name be?
Absolutely, Big Daddy H.
Big Daddy H, I like it.
Why does the school need facial hair regulation?
Well, Salina has always prided itself of being a little bit above and beyond the norm. When you go out into the job force, there will be certain expectations that are placed on you within the job force, such as wearing a tie or doing the things that are pertinent to success and presentation and that type of thing. And so absolutely we feel like it's an important part of grooming and looking sharp on a daily basis.
Would a Pegasus unicorn hybrid be called a unipeg or a pegacorn?
I think a pegacorn, because I think it's imperative that you fly first.
Why do we not have a soccer or swim team?
Well, along with all of that is growth, and of course it's coming. They've already transitioned down low with last year introducing the 7th grade girls as a soccer team. One of the issues is facilities, of course. We don't have a swimming pool here. So those are things that absolutely will be looked at in the future.
How much barbecue sauce can you drink in one sitting?
I'm not a sauce eater, so.
You're not a sauce eater?
No, I don't. I don't even like a whole lot of tomato sauce on my spaghetti, so.
All right.
What would it take for us to get cosmetology or mechanics?
Like I said, those things are coming along the way too. As we grow in numbers, those programs have absolutely been looked at. from the standpoint of being able to facilitate those as we begin to build our new wing onto our high school and do the things that come along with our growth as far as enrollment are concerned. See, what you have to understand is that there has to be enough interest within those classes, and we're starting to get that, absolutely. And so as we grow and we're able to facilitate it, then we'll initiate those programs, absolutely.
If Salina was wiped from the map and you had to start over as a principal in another school district, where would it be?
San Saba, Texas.
San Saba.
I like to hunt there.
You like to hunt.
Mhm.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Why is Spanish our only option for a foreign language when we have so many people who already speak it? What is your most memorable Halloween costume from childhood?
I guess probably the first time that I remember putting on a Halloween costume, my mom dressed me up like a Dallas Cowboy football player.
Would you rather have the ability to morph into a manatee who has financial problems, or an oversized pine cone who has commitment issues?
I think it'd probably be an oversized pine cone, for the simple reason of I don't want any kind of financial issues ever. So.
And what was the best advice you ever received as a principal?
Best advice I ever received as a principal is make the main thing the main thing. And it's never an issue until it's a problem.
Got it. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you for coming by.
We'll be right back after these messages.
We see interesting gadgets on TV commercials fairly often, but are any of them worth buying? We head to Caleb Davis to see if it's worth your dollar.
Hello, Solana. I'm Caleb Davis, and I know trash because I'm the trash expert here. And this is Stash or Trash. In this episode of Stash or Trash, I present to you the Soccey Ball. This ball-like device has a built-in fan inside of it that makes it hover and glide across many surfaces. It also lights up and has a rubber ring around it so it won't get damaged from bumping around. At 7 inches diameter, the size isn't bad. It can work on almost all surfaces. It doesn't work too well on carpet, but it still works. It can handle concrete okay too, just don't use boots. But don't try this on grass. Grass is bad. The downside to this device is that when it is low on batteries, it hardly runs at all. And because of this, I declare this trash.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm your average teenage boy lurking for some girls. This cold sore is about to become your problem. I'm the boy your parents warned you about. Stay away from mayhem like me. No PDA in the hallways.
Welcome back. Now let's head over to Bradon Barr with the latest in sports.
Thanks, Victoria. Now that volleyball season is in full swing, Katie Sudbury hits us up with the latest.
As the volleyball team heads into the heat of its district schedule, both players and new coach Frank DiPaolo are finally settling in.
It's been a challenge to go from a big school district like Frisco and to come to a smaller town, but that's exactly why I moved here, because I really like the small town environment, and the school is more like a family than it was where I came from. At the beginning of the season, we really struggled with defense, and we always had the hitting power. We're always able to, our offense was always really good, but we've really been working on defense, and so our defensive play has really improved, and we've found some people and put them in different spots since the beginning of the season, and they've really taken that new position on well.
The Lady Cats have also found out that a new coach means new work ethics.
6 in the morning practice, like every day. A lot of hills and shuttle runs, so conditioning mainly.
Our coaches this year are just, really down to earth, and they genuinely care about us, and they want us to succeed, and they just know exactly what they're doing.
So grab your popcorn, a ticket, and bring a friend to come support the Lady Cats all the way to state. This has been Katie Sudbury with your CTV News.
Thanks, Katie. We're now joined here with Coach Elliott to talk a little football. So at this point, what do you think the team needs to be working on?
We just do a lot of drills. You know, our coaches have a lot of different drills we use. We have tackling sleds. They're going to do things out in practice to work on those things. You've got to also be careful because of contact, getting the kid hurt. But basically, you just get into different drills that are going to allow them to perform those techniques and use those in the game. And Coach Ford's teaching a new tackling technique to the kids this year called hot tackling, which the Seattle Seahawks use. And it's a lot different than the traditional tackling, and we're really going to see a lot of benefits from that.
Every day we get graded on our effort based on our ability to run and surround the football every play. Instead of just one or two players getting to the ball, it's all 11 of us.
It's really a new kind of tackling that's really starting to come up, and there's a couple of videos on it that Coach Carroll's put out, so we've been watching that and kind of studying it and working on it in practice.
Whenever we play faster and bigger teams, they'll just, with all 11 people around the ball, there's no way he's going to be able to move forward. Just like in the Ole Miss versus A&M game last week, all 11 players were there and just took them out.
Thank you, Coach Elliott.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Now back to the studio.
Well, CHS, that's all the time we have for today. For everyone here at CTV, I'm Karl Davis.
And I'm Victoria Seagraves.
Stay uncommon, CHS.
3, 2, 1.
Did you fall, Katie?